This channel is part of the Tyrrell network. Sit back, relax and enjoy your featured presentation. Let's start 1996 with some famous births. Game of Thrones actress Sophie Turner, former Brentford and England striker Ivan Toney, Everton and England footballer Dele Alli, Marvel movie actor Tom Holland, Torino and Scotland footballer Che Adams, singer Lewis Capaldi, and Everton and Leeds United footballer Jack Harrison. Let's take a look at what happened in the news of 1996. The year begins with Terry Venables announcing he will retire as manager of the England team after this summer's European Championships. NUM leader Arthur Scargill defects from the Labour Party to set up the Socialist Labour Party, and much of Britain is struck with sub-zero temperatures. Into February, and the first genetically modified food products go on sale in the United Kingdom. 1,000 passengers are trapped in the Channel Tunnel after 2 Eurostar trains break down due to electronic failures caused by snow and ice. And the Princess of Wales agrees to give the Prince of Wales a divorce 3 years after their separation. In March, 16 children and their teacher are killed in a Dunblane massacre before the gunman kills himself. Legoland Windsor opens its doors to the public, and Aston Villa defeat Leeds United 3-0 at Wembley Stadium to win the League Cup. April sees the Scottish and Welsh Local Government Act come into effect, creating new unitary authorities. Labour wins the Staffordshire South East by-election, cutting the Conservatives' lead by just 3 seats in Parliament, and the Duke and Duchess of York are divorced after 10 years of marriage. May starts with Manchester United lifting the Premier League title. They also beat Liverpool 1-0 at Wembley to lift the FA Cup, completing the double. The FA announces Glenn Hoddle will succeed Terry Venables as the next England manager after next month's European Championships. The summer rolls round and the European Championships start in England. The host nation opened the tournament with a 1-1 draw with Switzerland. England and Scotland meet for the first time in a major tournament. England win the game 2-0. Then English hearts are broken as the team lose a penalty shootout to Germany in the semi-finals, before Germany go on to win the tournament, defeating the Czech Republic 2-1 at Wembley Stadium. As June comes, Dolly the sheep, the first mammal to have been successfully cloned from an adult cell, is born at the Roslin Institute. Nelson Mandela, President of South Africa, visits the United Kingdom, and Great Britain and Northern Ireland compete at the 1996 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, winning 1 gold, 8 silver and 6 bronze medals. In August, Alan Shearer becomes the most expensive footballer in the world after his £15 million transfer from Blackburn Rovers to Newcastle United. Unemployment falls to its lowest level since the summer of 1991, and the Prince and Princess of Wales are divorced after 15 years of marriage. In September, Ford launches its new car, City Car. Matthew Harding, Vice Chairman of Chelsea Football Club, makes a £1 million donation to the Labour Party, and jockey Willie Carson is injured by a horse at Newbury. As autumn comes, the Conservative government majority reduces to just a single seat in Parliament. Racing driver Damon Hill clinches a Formula 1 World Championship, and the government announced plans to make possession of handguns illegal in the United Kingdom following a massacre in Dunblane earlier this year. Coming into November, with the general election set for next year, Labour looks set for a return to power for the first time in 18 years. The Channel Tunnel is closed after a truck catches fire, disrupting Eurostar services, and a stone of Scone is reinstalled in the walls of Edinburgh Castle, 700 years after it was taken from Scotland by English King Edward I. And the year comes to a close with unemployment below 2 million for the first time in over 6 years. Let's take a look at the top 10 best-selling singles in 1996. Number 10, Two Become One, The Spice Girls. Number 9, Mysterious Girl, Peter Andre. Number 8, Children, Robert Miles. Number 7, Three Lions, Baddiel and Skinner. Number 6, Ooh Ah, Just a Little Bit, Gina G. Number 5, Return the Mac, Mark Morrison. Number 4, Say You'll Be There, The Spice Girls. Number 3, Spaceman, Babylon Zoo. Number 2, Wannabe, The Spice Girls. And the number 1 best-selling single in 1996, Killing Me Softly by the Fugees. Moving on to the top 10 best-selling albums of the year. Number 10, Blue is the Colour, Beautiful South. Number 9, Greatest Hits, Simply Red. Number 8, Greatest Hits, Take That. Number 7, The Score, Fugees. Number 6, Take 2, Robson Jerome. Number 5, Older, George Michael. Number 4, Falling Into You, Celine Dion. Number 3, Spice, The Spice Girls. Number 2, What's the Story, Morning Glory, Oasis. And a best-selling album of 1996, in at number 1, Jagged Little Pill, Alanis Morissette. What scored big at the US box office in 1996? the top 10 films of the year. Number 10, Space Jam. Number 9, Jerry Maguire. Number 8, The Nutty Professor. Number 7, Ransom. Number 6, 101 Dalmatians. Number 5, The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Number 4, The Rock. Number 3, Mission Impossible. Number 2, Twister. And the best-selling film, according to US box office records in 1996, at number 1, Independence Day. Let's take a look what was on the box in 1996. BBC One opened the year with the James Bond movie Never Say Never Again. The X-Files makes its debut on BBC One. Entertainment show TFI Friday debuts on Channel 4. The final episode of Spitting Image is shown on ITV. BBC One debuts crime drama Silent Witness. Thomas the Tank Engine returns with a new series on Cartoon Network. ITV premieres movie A Few Good Men. BBC One debuts crime series Dial and Pasco. Sky TV launches Sky Box Office pay-per-view service. The final episode of Jack and Ori is broadcast on BBC Two. ITV shows the 4,000th episode of Coronation Street. Bill Treacher makes his final appearance as Arthur Fowler in EastEnders. BBC and ITV broadcast live coverage of Euro 96. The final episode of Going for Gold is broadcast on BBC One. BBC provides full live coverage of the Atlanta Summer Games. Sky Sports 3 launches. Sky also launched sister channel Sky 2. London Burning returns to ITV for a 9th series. The final episode of Beatles About is shown on ITV. BBC One also airs the final episode of quiz show Turnabout. ITV airs the network premiere of movie Groundhog Day. US sitcom Third Rock from the Sun makes its debut on BBC Two. ITV premiere Bram Stoker's Dracula. BBC Two debuts Nevermind the Buzzcocks. ITV shows the 2000th episode of Home and Away. BBC One airs the first episode of The Simpsons. ITV debuts Sabrina the Teenage Witch on the same day. BBC One airs the first Christmas episode of The Simpsons. They also show the network premiere of Super Mario Bros. On Christmas Eve. Jurassic Park is the Christmas Day film on BBC One, followed by Only Fools and Horses Christmas Special. The year is closed out as BBC One airs Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country. Let's take a look at the video game news in 1996. Hardware releases, and Nintendo released the Nintendo 64 console. They also released the Game Boy Pocket handheld console. In other news, Sega discontinued the Sega CD, and Atari discontinued the Jaguar. The best-selling console of the year was the Sony PlayStation. The best-selling home video game was Super Mario 64, and the highest-grossing arcade game was Virtua Fighter 2. Notable releases of the year: Duke Nukem 3D on a PC, Civilization 2 on a PC, Super Mario RPG on a Super Nintendo, Resident Evil on a PlayStation 1, Metal Slug on a Neo Geo, Final Doom on a PC, Quake on a PC, Super Mario 64 on a Nintendo 64, Nights into Dreams on a Sega Saturn, Tekken 2 on a PlayStation 1, Die Hard Trilogy on a PlayStation 1, Crash Bandicoot on a PlayStation 1, Pandemonium on a PlayStation 1, Tomb Raider on a PlayStation 1, Donkey Kong Country 3 on a Super Nintendo, and Mario Kart 64 on a Nintendo 64. Finally, let's close out the year with those that we lost. Former Burnley and Everton footballer Harry Potts. Eva Hart, the 5th last survivor on the Titanic. Former Manchester City chairman Peter Swales. Doctor Who actor John Pertwee. TV presenter and comedian Leslie Crowther. Burnley, Chelsea and Everton footballer Tommy Lawton. Daily Mirror journalist and agony aunt Marjorie Proops. And comedian and actor Willie Rushton. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Tyrrell network today.